Used to be a lonely place up here, but it's not so bad anymore. I'd like especially to thank Helena, Fairy Princeton, CDT, Jesper, I Like Rocks Like a Lot, and Sky for your support on Patreon. It means the world to us that you listen to our tale and that you help it continue. Again, we thank you. Thank you, Flores. Levain sits down and they gesture to the tapestry on the wall that had been torn by Kian's blow. They know that he must know that Nico wove it years ago. It looks like her work. Besides that, the room looks pristine, as if there's not just a battle here. As if Aelin didn't fight and nearly die and then vanish. As if swords had not swung through the air. And as they gesture for y'all to sit, just like before, a seat appears behind you. A long, plain, velvety upholstered sofa. And as they sit with a sigh, the disguise vanishes. They look mostly the same, but the ears don't have the elven point, instead the curve of a human's. And they look just a bit older, and just a bit more tired. They cross their hands atop the desk, and look to you all.
Virgil picks up the crumpled paper star and tucks it carefully back into his journal, and he'll sit on the sofa. I don't suppose there is a way to guarantee what is said here doesn't leave this room. And he glances out the window at the Phoenix's tower.
No.
I see. Is there nothing to be done about that?
No. But it can stay between us. Levain glances back to the fire burning behind you, outside in the tower.
I suppose if we are here because the devil is our enemy, then we have a common cause. They want all of this, and he just gestures around him at all of it. The island, and not just yours, others as well. I don't think any of us intend to stand by and let that happen, but fighting the devil is not something that I think 5 people can do.
The devil has given you instructions.
Conditions. Individuals that they want. Trapped or incapacitated or killed.
Did Aelin not tell you as much?
They sigh again. Aelin's focus was Lionel's.
The devil is after guardians, and to take over in their stead. So you can imagine why it sent us here.
They nod. Who else?
A place to the far southeast, beyond the mountain range by Enian.
What do you propose?
You know things. We have a hard time figuring out where we stand in all of this. And why we're so intertwined, I guess, in what's happening. And I think you might be as well.
We're proposing some exchange of information, and at least for the purpose of keeping the devil at bay in Alliance. Beyond that, if we manage to contain them or get rid of them, that is an awful lot of land with people who need protection, and I imagine the Phoenix would be interested.
Yes. Will you do as the devil asks, but under our command?
To what end?
answers.
I question a little bit how possible that would be, considering, one of the things that they want is the Phoenix.
They look like they're about to speak and flinch slightly. Yes. Aside from the Phoenix, Mr. Goodlove.
Can I insight check them?
I was also, if maybe this might be more helpful, Keen was going to message Navain telepathically. Do you want us to deal with the Phoenix?
Navain looks to you. You don't get any words in reply. Just this split second, a searing, sort of burning pain.
Mm.
I'm
That
joining
could mean either thing.
I'm joining you.
Well, first roll on these dice is a 2. So
That's calm.
3.
15.
10.
Wait, 15,
3.
3, 10, and 9. What are you inside checking?
If this is another cry for help.
When they look to Kian, you see them flinch again, as if they felt the same thing you did.
Hmm.
It doesn't seem like it came from them.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, there has been a weird vibe to them since you came in.
Yeah.
There's a dagger at their throat! And it makes them look pretty sexy. I am all.
They're disheveled. They look tired. There's circles under their eyes. It could be a cry for help. You could read it that way.
But what the fuck happens if we get rid of the Phoenix? Does Navain become the Guardian?
Hold on.
Or is there just no Guardian? Is somewhere not enough? We're not out here to help anyone take over the world.
Is somewhere not enough for...
You.
I do not have somewhere.
Why would the Phoenix want us to do the same thing that the devil wants us to?
Their work isn't all that different, is it? We know that. They wanted the same things once.
But in your words,
Roll persuasion.
Me? Yes. I have my proficiency spell up.
am I allowed? Was to roll persuasion?
Yeah.
Okay. 32.
I got a 16, which is pretty good for me.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Ian's looking with big wide eyes.
Navain is silent for a good minute. They close their eyes. The resting posture of their hands grows tense. And they open their eyes again. Phoenix Island takes little from its citizens, but the Phoenix is strong. It needs power to sustain the safety of the island and the eventual growth, which we have learned is necessary. So, if the souls the devil wishes for you to collect can be given to our guardian, the protection can continue.
And the research it did, the Phoenix, prior to all of this, it has no interest in continuing.
It does.
You know what that will do, don't you?
No.
It caused the fucking downfall. And I can't imagine a second go at it will go any better. So if it wants these lands for power, it stops at that. No more soul magic, no more tearing down the skies, no breaking the world.
The skies are already torn down.
And there are still people living here. There is a whole world full of life.
And the Phoenix wishes to protect it.
If we are saving the world from the devil only to lose it to the Phoenix, then I don't think we have a bargain here.
It is not a loss.
For the millions of people out there, it might be. That is not a gamble I'm willing to take.
The Phoenix does not ask for payment. The devil does.
Virgil, if we are to unseat the devil, someone has to take their place.
I'm not arguing that. I'm arguing what will be done when it has that power. A gentler hand on a leash is still a leash.
The Phoenix requests the research. To have knowledge and understanding is to avoid disaster again.
All the knowledge they had before didn't stop all of this from happening. And why do they need the research? It was theirs. They should know it.
They look to you. There's this moment of just a brief flicker of confusion. They want it. And you will bring it. Or leave.
So if we say yes, you will tell us what you know?
Yes, but I suspect I do not know more than you.
No, but I still have questions for you. And I know that you know the answers. If we do this, honesty, both ways, to
They
keep
nod.
the world from ending.
They nod again.
Keen looks to the rest of the group. And I'm gonna roll an insight, really, just on everybody's vibe before they agree. There's my nat 20.
Virgil's not trying to hide. He's on board. This is the
Yeah, I
best
think-
option that we have.
Kirit desperately is trying to confirm that the rest of these boys understand that, like, we shouldn't probably push it too far further with Navain. There are going to be things that we can't talk about and are going to have to figure out, but that we should make this deal.
At least in the moment. Henry doesn't have a lot of strong feelings on the matter. This is the practical decision. So he's on board and doesn't seem hostile.
Ox seems like he's a little hesitant. He seems like he's on the fence, but starting to lean towards this is probably the best option.
Then I think Keen does finish that sentence. I think we have a deal.
You think?
But I can't speak for everybody. But I can speak for myself. I would rather side with the Phoenix than the devil.
I agree on that part. Not necessarily so sure if it's a perfect solution, but if we sat around looking for a perfect solution, we would never move anywhere. The Phoenix is most likely better than the devil. Though, I suppose before making any sort of official deal on the matter of the devil, since I'm absolutely certain they won't be pleased if we hand over the assigned souls to someone else. Is that something we could get explicit, confirmation on assistance with?
I don't understand.
We'd prefer not to, be arrested by Donna the second we step out of dawning, or I don't know if the devil could do it, but smited by them or something like that.
If you are careful, you will avoid such a fate. If you are caught and taken, we will do what we can.
It's a little vague, but I suppose good enough.
We do not typically deploy soldiers for warfare, but they are trained.
I was wasn't thinking about going to war. That's sort of the opposite of... I wasn't thinking about going to war.
Then what do you wish from this guarantee?
I mean, I suppose it depends entirely on the situation. Surely Donna posts bail, right?
We won't get caught. We won't get caught, and we have a bargain.
They look to Ox.
He nods.
They look to Carrot.
Here waves. I really thought about it for a second.
Carrot nods as well.
Good. Then, it is best that you all remain here quietly, if you must rest from your journey here.
And the situation with Henry and myself in the city? How will that be resolved?
It is best to leave it. You as well, Lionels.
May we request clandestine lodging then, perhaps?
Yes. And supplies can be provided, as well as gold, though it is not infinite. The island is struggling. You will be thanked for your service when it is done.
Thanked how? The last time you thanked me for mine, you threw me out of the walls.
You will be welcomed back.
I'd actually like a little elaboration on that struggling part. Do you mean economically, or, I don't know, guardian business?
Both. The Brennas and the Goodloves are in the process of making a deal. The Goodloves are potentially pulling out of Dunning.
This is news on my end.
They don't say anything.
What kind of deal are they making?
They may move business to somewhere. Labor is cheaper, and it seems the Brennas have discovered a new strategy for placing rail lines.
Daddy, have I heard the name Brenna before? Do I know anything about them?
Well,
Yeah.
said Sheriff Donna Brenna.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the exact wording? A new method for placing train tracks?
Finding lines, yeah.
Huh. Sounds like some mushroom business.
I suppose I'm not surprised. Well, okay, I'm a little surprised at the ley line piece, but the deal aspect. Maybe more disappointed. Had been hoping that they had more, I don't know, historical interest in staying in Dawning. I mean, my family's been here for... Well, we won't talk about what they were doing before, but it's been a while that they've been here. So, you sure I can't resolve the kidnapping thing and talk to them? Just casually, not, anything dramatic. Just a little, hi, I'm not kidnapped or dead.
I believe it is ill-advised.
That's not a no.
They don't say anything.
I can't give you orders, Henry. It's your choice.
They were talking. I'll, whatever, we'll work out accommodations and I don't know, figure that out later. So not leaving today or tomorrow, but what time are you thinking?
Sooner is better. I want to speak with you again before we depart, Naveen.
You know.
Is there anything else?
Yeah, I have lots of things.
Okay. So yeah, like kind of stuff.
And then just for clarity's sake, when you say that we can't leave here, he does air quotes around here, you don't mean the Phoenix grounds, you mean Dawning as a whole, right? As long as we're, laying low and not running out in the streets like, hi, hello, my name is Henry Tempest Goodlove and I am back and not kidnapped in the streets,
Correct.
I can work with that, alright.
I'd like to know why Aelin came to you. What's your connection?
Aiden was once the patron to one of the Dawn Shepherds. We have met before. Though never in that form.
What did they usually look like to you?
Like her.
Is that normal for a patron? I feel a bit silly for never questioning it before, but they don't seem exactly like any of the other Celestials we've come across. It makes me wonder I don't know if our connection was what they said it was. They were what they said they were. I don't know if you know more about them.
I believe Aiden wishes to be what they say. But they are lesser. And they were once something else. They told me they held to you for a long time.
And they want to be a moon tender, right?
They are they're supposed to.
They wanted to become the North Star.
Become the North Star. Got it.
They are a moon tender, which is like
Got
a
it.
lower level celestial, basically.
Okay.
I suspect you know the truth of your parentage.
No, I do.
They hoped you would become what they said you were, too.
That's not possible
What is not possible?
for me to be Eliakos' child. It doesn't work like that.
It can.
Keen looks so confused.
Navain? Like...
Does this break them?
It kind of seems like it does. They press a hand to their temple and close their eyes. It's probably more off-putting than insulting, just because there's a lot of expressing happening. But they don't really look annoyed at the question. Mostly just exhausted. It is not literal. They hoped if you did as they expected, you could be chosen. They hoped the same of Harp. They set you both on grand paths.
I guess in a way, maybe it shouldn't be a relief. But I always wanted to believe what they said. I guess I did. And I wish it was more of a relief to know that they were making it all up. But they're gonna do something even more reckless next time, aren't they? Do you know who they'll run to next?
No. They did not expect to run.
Oh,
I thought you wanted to ask about the wind stuff.
I do. But it was if we could ask about it without the Phoenix now. I think the Phoenix was what was stopping Naveen talking about it more, and that's still there. Kian settles into silence as they think about Aelin. And they are going to, as they kind of wring their hands, I think make a sleight of hand check to glance to Navain, try to catch eye contact, and then they're going to trace the symbol in Thieves' Cant for being watched And the sleight of hand is to make it look natural for the Phoenix, I
Yeah.
guess. 21.
You feel like it's pretty good. You feel like it's pretty subtle. They are looking at you as you form the shape with your hands. Yes. I am sorry.
I mean, I'm gonna insight. I think I know my insight, but I just want to make sure.
I want inside your head. Let me through your fucking literal firewall.
9.
They're hard to read.
Yeah. I think we have a lot to think about. Maybe questions to ask later. When we have time to formulate them.
Camphor, we will announce we are holding you here. If anyone looks for you.
Well, I wasn't planning on running around as myself.
Good. I think you see them essentially mentally check out, and then sort of suddenly they straighten up again. Unless you wish to continue under the guise of serving the devil.
Ox considers it for a second and looks to the group. It might be helpful, at least if someone else thought one of us was still working for the devil, maybe.
Naveen nods.
I have to agree on that front. It might have, at the very least, staved them off from realizing the entirety of what's going on.
And they nod again.
Yeah, then we'll go with that.
Then Phoenix Island knows nothing of your whereabouts.
So, as far as accommodations go,
They look to Virgil. The gardener's quarters in the northeast section of the grounds are not in use.
Understood. Another time then. And he stands.
Ox didn't sit down.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't think we said any of us sat down.
You're the only one who sat down.
no, I had kind of thought we all went up with Virgil when he sat his ass down, but retroactively clarifying that
We
Henry.
did whatever was normal.
Look, if you guys want to stand, Henry thinks it's a bit of a power move to sit in front of Navain when Virgil also sat in front of Navain. Like, you can't just have Virgil sit in front of Navain, then it makes Virgil look almost sacrificial. And we can't have that. So,
Yeah, been there, done that.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Ox
And-
is too anxious to sit, so he stood behind Virgil.
Oh. He doesn't bow, but he'll see his way out. And he will don that illusory disguise again as he goes for the door. Gardener's quarters. I will not be softened up by this.
The guard is not at the door when you all leave. And you make your way towards the gardener's quarters.
Yeah, he will like glance around when we get outside. Does it seem the vibe is normal out here? Did that guard run off and like tell someone or
It's a lovely spring day. Birds are singing.
the birds?
Seems peaceful.
Okay. Yeah, I will guide the fools through the grounds to our rooms.
The gardener's quarters are in this single-story building. It's not the fanciest guest room that Mr. Henry Goodlove has ever laid his eyes on.
Logic and complaints.
But, it's this low brick building with ivy growing up the walls, with a garden of its own around the outside. The door is unlocked. You can step right in. And you enter a faintly dusty, dark room. There are curtains covering the windows, protecting the furniture in here. And there are 3 beds. There's a little washroom. There's a little kitchenette. And of course, there is a storage room in the back that Virgil knows about that has extra soil, it has shovels, it has any tool gardener may need. For those of you with less grand tastes than Henry, it looks fairly cozy, fairly comfortable. The little cottage on the grounds.
Kian goes to a corner, sets up a little spot for their bag and things, and they're immediately gonna message or cast sending to Lizzie.
He has your number blocked.
Message cannot be delivered.
Hi. Weird question. But can you look into... Hi. Can you find out if Terran Nevane was ever associated with the winds? Urgent. And you like research, right? Bye!
Terran Nevane, as in Commander-in-Chief of Phoenix Island, notoriously mysterious, well-guarded, everyone knows fuck all about them. Right.
I mean, when you put it like that...
Do you send again?
Yeah.
Okay.
But maybe Ophelia knows something? Or there's a secret book somewhere?
Oh, the ledger of all of the winds members. Which would be an insane, security risk if any police officer ever got it.
Hey, Keen doesn't know.
Right. I'll go find their diary and report back. Ask Ophelia. Beyond that, not sure what I can do.
Keen just sits and twiddles their thumbs.
Yeah, Nevane
Also,
etched their name into the bottom seat of one of the
it's
benches. Nevane was here with a Z.
It's well, there has always been this weird little initials on one of the walls of the carriage, and maybe it could be them.
It says Terran Nevane on the list of old members. I just thought it was a different Terran Nevane. Probably.
Yeah.
Virgil will sit and try to straighten out the paper star that Aelin fucked up. Just do his best, and if there's any tears, he'll mend them. Honestly, I think he just sits in a really dusty chair and lets out a big breath.
Cough a little bit.
Yeah. That could have gone a lot worse. Granted, it still could go bad. But we are not in a jailhouse.
That's true. I think it went about as well as we could have hoped.
This thing with your parents, are we going to do anything about that while we're here?
I mean, I wanted to get, the group permission, and I know Nevane doesn't think it's a very good idea, but I don't want to just sit here and have that happen, preferably. I mean, I won't stay with them or tell them where I'm staying.
You think they'll let you go? For all they know, you were kidnapped. Whether or not you'd tell them otherwise. They are the good loves.
It's not like they're going to... Neither of them are very physical.
And if they're working with Donna, then they're probably working with the devil, and then the devil knows exactly where we all are, I suppose.
But the devil did send us to Dawning for the Phoenix. So it's not like it's out of the question that we'd be in Dawning for some period.
And then we leave the island, and the Phoenix remains, and it looks a little suspicious.
Or we just look a little incompetent. It's the Phoenix, maybe we started off really ambitious, and we said we can take on the Phoenix right now. But then realized, actually, maybe we can't take on the Phoenix yet. Let's try Vivian first.
Honestly, that does sound like us, and I'm coming around to it.
I feel like, I don't know. Maybe I can't convince them, it'll end up being not the best idea, but maybe I can hold off on them. Convince them to hold off on leaving, Dawning. I mean, Donna sucks. As far as making a deal with goes, I mean, and, you know, maybe it's because she was using Maggie against me, but made it sound like, you know, let's not just have a monopoly on the railway entirely with the Goodloves, and let's make it more open to the people. But also, hey, Goodloves, let's go ahead, let's make a full deal. And, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see prison labour, even though that was the whole thing that was supposed to be a problem. And, not that Maggie was super receptive on that end, but I mean, she's not pleased about the prison labour. That seems more of a Donna thing, though. She's definitely spearheading it. Not that Maggie's stopping it. But either way, you know, I can tell my parents that Donna already bullshitted me, so she's going to bullshit them too. Surely it's convincing in some degree. I don't know, I feel like I should at least try to appeal to them while we're here.
I'm not arguing that. I'll support you if you want to do that. I just want us to be prepared for if it doesn't go so well. If they try to keep you, or if they take it badly. I know they care about you, and you care for them. And this is just me thinking of the worst possibilities, because that is what I do, but I don't want you disowned. There's not much you can do if that happens.
I don't think they would disown me for this.
No, I don't think so either. I tend to think a lot more cynically than you do. And that is what I worry about.
I don't know, I understand the worst case scenario. I still just don't feel comfortable not doing anything. It sort of goes against the whole thing I was trying to work for. Anyways.
Okay,
Besides, there's a lot of paperwork to disown someone.
let's just be careful about it. That's all I'm saying.
Alright. I'm fairly confident I can escape my parents' house if need be. I don't think it would come to that, though.
Did you do much of that growing up?
I've snuck out before. Well, it's huge, it's pretty easy. It's not like a 3-bedroom house where, you know, your parents are just 2 doors down past the bathroom.
Still a large house.
I was just using 3 bedrooms as an example. There's a lot of space, and it's not like... I'm not disliked by any of the staff.
Do you want us to come with you?
I don't know if that would be the best idea.
Alternatively, is there some sort of signal you could give us in the case that you do need assistance? A heist, perhaps?
You could take Marigold. I'm volunteering your pigeon.
Keen nod.
I could also send just any regular animal as a messenger. No, I was thinking to take Marigold too, but as a backup if for some reason I can't.
Yeah, we'll keep a lookout for any bears or large spiders.
I was thinking more of like a swallow or a squirrel.
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up!
We can't go down this path. This path leads to ruin.
Okay.
Is it just the word swallow? Is that it?
That was it.
Okay.
That was it.
We're 12 years old.
Yeah. We were already on that page somehow.
Yeah.
We're little freaks.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm, again, not planning to stay with them or just drop by to let them know what I think about that. That I'd heard about it, and on top of the whole kidnapping situation, needed to clear a few things up.
Is there anything else we need to do in the city?
I'd like to track down Umbra. Have maybe a short conversation, if possible.
I'm curious. Virgil, Henry, do you think that anywhere in the island or on the Phoenix grounds is not under the watchful eye of the Phoenix?
We are sort of at the epicenter of its power. Why? What do you need to do?
Nothing.
You said that really unconvincingly.
I just want to understand what we're working with and be cognizant of what we share as far as information.
I guess if we hopped in a bag of holding and were very quick about it, that is technically another plane.
I didn't think about that. You're so smart.
I'm a wizard now, so.
Wow.
Can I maybe roll for either history or arcana for a question for the DM, perhaps, for something that Henry would know? My want to know is that the Phoenix isn't staring at everything everywhere all the time.
That is, you don't have to roll for that. There's not an idea that the Phoenix literally sees. I feel like Lord of the Rings is kind of a good comparison. Like, Sauron doesn't literally see every single movement, but like attention can be attracted.
Yeah. It's like Novena's wearing the ring.
Yeah.
We don't light any candles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like there's a big flaming tower watching over.
Yeah, you're right. Oops. Fuck.
No, it's a bird. It's okay.
It's true.
It's a bird.
Can Virgil please roll nature check with advantage?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 is good, but what I rolled was really bad. That's why I'm pausing. Wait, help action gives you an advantage, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Like we were just saying, it doesn't feel like you are being literally watched all of the time in the Phoenix Island, but you can attract the Phoenix's attention. And yes, those of you in the Phoenix grounds are probably more under its umbrella of awareness than someone like on the outskirts. And it's not like the oceans. Being here under, the glow of their light doesn't have a discomfort or a weight to it. But there is a sort of awareness that you are under their protection, if not literally their watch, almost like lightning in the air. And I think the only reason why you know this is because it's unusual to be in the Phoenix Island, especially this close to the Phoenix Tower, and to not have that feeling. The little patch of white flowers in that little pond just outside the wall does not have that feeling to it.
Well, I mean, you can do things to, get the Phoenix to scrutinize you a little bit more, but generally speaking, it's not like they're listening in on every single conversation.
If we do need to have a private conversation, we can take a little walk. Someplace we have been recently.
I also don't know if you caught this, but Navain said a lot of... Well, actually, I think it would be nice to take a little walk.
Yeah, okay.
Virgil, lead the way.
Yeah. While we're out, I'll just look around the gardens to see if I can see my cat and Sunny running around.
As soon as you get within 100 feet in range of your familiar, you feel Blossom's presence, like she's next to you. It's just a sort of comforting feeling that you now know to associate with your familiar. She is sitting next to Sunny. They're both behind a small, newly green shrub. She, Blossom is a little bit distracted. She has her nose to the, sort of freshly churned earth, is sniffing around
She's sniffing?
in the greenery, pressing against Sunny's side. And she looks up to show you Sunny. And Sunny is just crouched there with her hands on her knees, staring intently at the hole in the wall.
She's so nosy. Yeah, as we approach, Virgil will say to the fools, "We'll have a bit of company. It's just sunny, though. Up ahead." And he will continue on.
The person she'd narc to isn't here.
You make your way towards the little garden by the hole in the wall.
He will make sure that his footsteps are audible
Okay.
as he approaches, just to not alarm her.
When you get there, Sunny has moved. There is a thin plank of wood in front of the place where you know the hole is, and she, with determined concentration, is holding a hand shovel and like digging in the dirt.
She's perfect. I'll call Blossom back over to me and hold out my arms so she can jump into them.
Quickly behind Blossom, Sunny also runs up to you. She looks up and sees where the cat is going, and just wraps her arms around your legs.
Hi, how did you know it was me?
She looks at Blossom and up to you.
Yeah, okay, I guess that would do it. He gives her a little hug. Are you doing well?
She nods.
Okay, I want you to know that Rowan is okay.
She nods.
You know that too?
She nods.
Do you know what happened?
She gives this little half-hearted shrug and points towards the hole in the wall.
Yeah. Yeah, he's okay, and I will go to him as soon as I am able. He just gives her a little squeeze again. My friends and I are just going for a little walk. We'll be back very soon. Do you want to show me what you've been growing here?
She smiles. She looks kind of excited for a moment, and then she gives this sharp shake of her head, and her expression turns dutiful again. And she runs back over to the wall next to the plank of wood where there's a little bag, just like a little knapsack, essentially. And she opens it up and pulls out a crumpled, folded piece of paper that she runs back to you, unfolds it, straightens it out as best she can, clumsily over her knee. It's a map of the Phoenix Island, and she points to this little circled portion in the west that you would know as Goodglen Valley.
Mm-hmm. Is that where they went?
She nods.
Did he tell you that?
She nods.
Have you told your sister or anyone else?
She holds her finger over her mouth. It's a secret motion.
You would make a good little spy.
She nods.
Yeah.
Do you want me to tell him anything? I can cast sending for you.
She shakes her head. No.
Okay. If you change your mind, you could give me a note later.
She nods.
He takes the map and tucks it into his sketchbook. And he'll sort of ruffle her hair. Okay, we're going to go for our little walk and we'll be back through soon. Do you want to keep my cat company for a bit? A bit longer?
She nods again and races over to the wall and removes the wooden plank and runs back and scoops up Blossom.
Thank you for guarding our exit. And he will head over to the hole in the wall.
Kira will give her a little salute on the way out.
She tries to give a little salute, and then the cat is dangling there and she has to lift her back up.
Fox will tip his hat a little bit to her as they walk out.
And she, of course, does a little tip of the head. You all step out from the wall, and close behind you closes up again as Sunny puts the wooden plank back. And you make your way to the little clearing.
Okay, what is it you wanted to speak about, Kian?
I think that Naveen knows about the winds. Maybe they were a part of them once.
Yeah, they said your little catchphrase thing, yeah?
They knew that. And they also understood some of our symbols. Or at least I think they did.
Do you know how long the winds have been operating? Is it a fairly new sort of thing, or does it go back a long while?
Well, I would think for a long time. Ophelia's been apart for over 60 years? But that's the complicated thing, right? Lachlan doesn't have memory that goes back that far.
And Lachlan, to the best of your knowledge, was the one who founded the winds, yes?
I think so.
And Dad,
Daddy.
Daddy, Navain's timeline in Dawning, like moving up through the ranks, becoming Commander-in-Chief, about how long has that, like, sort of political career gone on?
Oh, I feel
I know
It's
I've asked
said
you this, but
somewhere.
I've forgotten.
As for when they arrived in Dawning, that is unknown. Because they weren't taken from wherever they were from and, like, put in office. And most people do know, if they know anything about Navain, which a lot of people don't. But if anyone knows things about Navain, they know that their childhood is a mystery. Most people assume they grew up at least in Phoenix Island, and they started to live in Dawning and become a name that people knew, started to, like, work their way up under the Phoenix grounds. At least, it's like 75 years.
Mm-hmm. Well, in theory, they could have predated the winds. They're at least part of Empire. Long-lived.
Or, I mean, they could have been a part of it once.
Not that it's not interesting information, but what would that... Is there something that would change?
Kian sort of looks sheepishly at Marigold and back to Henry. Lachlan has never been one to sort of appreciate or trust in Guardians. It was kind of something we would have disagreements about when I first met him. But that was always sort of what the Winds was about. Finding ways around the Guardians. So if Navain knows, if Navain was a part of them in any way, I think that might speak to their motivation. Underneath it all, that they can't talk about.
That brings up also an interesting connection, now that you mention it, that, well, I don't know how to put it. The shepherds, the memory of them, it's strange, it's missing, right?
Yes.
And you suspect Navain has something to do with that?
I don't know. The more I think about it, the more I think it's just a consequence of what we became. If
Well-
we pulled part of our souls out, maybe that disconnected us in some sense.
It is possible, but, well, Lachlan or Jacques' memory is also missing to some degree. I don't know if that could be connected, but if Navain has a connection with the winds, perhaps that was intentional in order to protect him. Or something.
Kian looks over to Marigold again.
Hard to say whether that was her or Jacques.
That was her.
That's what he wants you to think.
Who's like,
Are you still in there? It's okay if you are. I did say you could listen.
Marigold, like, as soon as you turn your attention to her, bats her eyes at you. She kind of floofs up her feathers a bit, but then once it becomes clear who you're conversing to, her eyes kind of narrow, the floof in her feathers flattens, and then she blinks and looks around this clearing and to you. Did you want to ask me something?
Wasn't sure if you were still listening, but this is a long shot, but do you recognize Navain past, of course, you know, knowing who Navain looks like as leader of Phoenix Island?
it might help to picture Navain as a human.
Wait, so you want me to... That was the person you were just talking to, right?
Yes. Did it spark a memory of something you might have forgotten?
I suppose they looked a bit familiar. Do a little bird shrug.
We need to unlock you.
Yeah.
But aren't they, like, famous?
Yeah, they're pretty well known.
The name is not familiar to me, but I don't know, we might have met. I know that you, and the bird, the falcon, is looking a little bashful, almost. I know you don't like this person very much, and I promise I am on your side, but if you want to know how I feel about it, I found myself wishing to help them.
Did another name come to mind when you saw them?
No.
Not Snookums or...
Baby.
I'm JK.
I just,
Unless-
I felt very sad for them.
I feel the same way. I wasn't expecting to. Sorry.
No, it is an interesting question. Do I know them?
We're not sure.
I wouldn't have thought so before today. But they said some things that had a connection with the Wandering Winds, who I think I've mentioned in passing, but we haven't really gotten into that either.
You roll persuasion.
Persuasion. What's up with Jacques?
Oh yeah, 32.
What did you roll on the dice?
17.
Nice. You know, the more you talk about it, I think maybe you are right.
Right about what?
Like, maybe I know this person.
I wish there's a way that we could test this without the Phoenix knowing anything. But maybe at this point it's not really a priority.
Kian, the vampire that turned you, they were turned by Vivian, right? I'm trying to
Oh,
keep
who's the
it-
vampire that turned you?
Some asshole named Lachlan.
Yeah. I think so.
Well, Navain is something of a dampier. Is it perhaps possible that Vivian might have some information? I mean, since she's someone we have to visit anyways, doesn't she like creating other vampires?
You know, I was so focused on the winds and myself that I kind of forgot that we did learn that very important thing about Navain a long time ago.
What very important thing? That they're here?
Yeah. You did say that, and I completely... So that's why they looked like a human. Fuck. I'm putting it all together. I do think Vivian might be a good place to go to next.
You better get warm coats. And by we, I mean all of you. Because I already am prepared.
Okay, I
All the
was
time.
worried you get
No, yeah.
cold.
Don't worry. What all do you know about her?
Also, is she more dangerous than a big ball of fiery feathers?
Or the devil?
Because she was the only thing that Lachlan was really afraid of.
But I am not.
I think we need the answers.
Unless it's something you all want, I really don't want everyone here to get turned into a vampire.
I don't actually know if that is possible for Henry and I anymore.
That's what I was going to say.
You know?
I'd have no idea how that would work with me.
You know, given the shepherd's thing and how vampires and vampires are sort of a step along the way.
And I'm already covered apparently. Ha ha ha!
Oh, he's not doing okay with that. What? How did...
What?
When did that... We'll talk about that another time.
I'm doing
Anyhow.
okay right now.
Oh, what are you saying?
Okay, that's how we're playing it, alright. Anyhow, of course it will be dangerous, but
Really, that's all assuming Vivian could even get close enough to do that.
Also, if it is a way for me to get my memories back, I'm interested in going.
there is information that we need from her, and the partnership we've just entered mandates that we pay her a visit anyhow.
As long as we do this, smartly.
Yeah.
Is there another ley line?
There's not a direct... I do have a map. There's not a direct ley line from here to Enion. There is a ley line that goes a little bit eastwards through Swift Hill, where you know Lizzie is from. It goes close to somewhere, but does not pass through somewhere. And it goes straight to Floxwood, which is the capital of Enion.
While we're in Donning, I would like to try to figure out if there's any more information on Vivian out there. I'm also not sure. This is purely speculation, and it's not something I think we can do much about now, but I did try to ask Vivian through telepathy if... Well, you know how they kind of slipped up a bit when they said we should follow through collecting the souls that the devil wanted us to. And then corrected they didn't want us to collect the phoenix. I don't know, something about that made it seem like they do, but I don't know what they would plan to do with a guardianless island. And there's not really a way to ask them.
No, that's the problem, is I can tell that they're trying to communicate with us and that they have plans, but it seems that those plans necessitate secrecy, so leaves us in a bit of a bind.
Maybe this is stupid. Ox, when you went through your latest, let's say, remaking, is there any way you can describe how it changed things with you and Scar?
It's hard to sort of pin down the feeling. It just felt like that connection had been cut. The sort of hold on me that she had, it's just not there anymore.
I don't know if this thing with Nivain and the Phoenix is the same as the one between you and Scar. I don't know if they're reflections or if it is more of a the thing that Kian had with Aelin. They didn't seem to recognize what a reflection was, but that doesn't mean anything necessarily. What I'm saying is I wonder if the same thing for Nivain would have an effect. I am concerned, however, about the repercussions if it were to work. There are a lot of people who live in this island, and I would hate for the Phoenix to bring down its wrath.
Is there a way to replace a guardian? I mean, how do they even come into power?
We're getting a bit philosophical. I don't think anyone really knows. But supposedly, whatever happened before the downfall, that made the devil and the Phoenix.
Someone we know might know.
Are you able to speak with him? I know it has been a bit of a struggle.
I can try.
This might be the safest place to do that.
Might be a good place, it might be a more difficult place, I don't know. Lo, are you about?
Lo is sitting on the shore of the pond amongst the flowers and turns back when you call out their name, raises a hand and waves.
It waves. I miss this little guy. Do you know what... Has it ever... I don't know, if a guardian were to no longer protect a haven, an island, could something else take its place? What would happen?
Will you roll a wisdom?
on. That was really unfortunate.
He raises his hand, he waves, he's like smiling. And you ask that question, and their expression doesn't really change. Their gaze starts to track like they're watching someone approaching them. You don't see anyone. They scoot over a little bit. They're sitting on sort of flat stone beside the water. They gesture to it, like take a seat, and watch someone sit down next to them. And they lean against the arm of whoever is not there and look out over the water.
This might be fucked up. Can I, seeing that, approach Lo's other side and just reach one hand into the water and see if I can have a fucked up vision about it?
Roll Arcana.
12.
The water is cool and clear. You create a little ripple across the surface of it, and nothing more happens.
Okay.
Lo, do you recognize these flowers?
They don't react.
He's in his head.
Can Kirit peer over to look at the water where the reflection of the person next to Lo would be?
Yeah, Kian and Kirit, you're both investigating this. You peer over. And I think Virgil would notice this as well as you become more aware of the surroundings. Lo looks like Lo. Maybe there's a bit of an aura, a sort of faint glow, but nothing dramatic. Next to Lo, clearly chattering ceaselessly, is a elven figure, much like the one you saw in the photo. Lo just has his eyes closed, leaning against her shoulder. Is smiling, occasionally nodding along to whatever it is that she's saying. And she reaches up and points excitedly across the water. And he opens his eyes to look. And that is where we'll end our session for tonight.
Rails and stakes and wood. You've been building up a railroad like it'll do you any good. When that train is on the tracks, we can put all this at our backs.
Sorry, I was thinking about Meryl Streep.
Oh, so
We can't cut that out.
Meryl Streep playing
Naveen?
Naveen.
playing in The Devil Wears Prada when she's tired and is getting a divorce from Naveen.
That is actually a really good way to describe like the difference in like how they usually are versus how they are now.
Yeah.
That's actually perfect.
I can't believe we've cast Meryl Streep.
Were you gonna say something, Henry? Henry Goodlove?
Well, actually, it's just I've been having a thought that I'm trying to work into the thing. It would not have fit there,
Okay.
but it fit with the like out of table conversation relating to. I think it's interesting that Naveen is a vampire and Lachlan's a vampire.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, which came first?
Unless